They had a couple of places up on Holmes Street where people went and drank ball beer all day long. But I never heard about anybody getting cut with a beer ball or anything like that. You know, if you got cut, it was normally with a knife. But I did see people sitting there, and they were having fun, drinking and laughing and talking, and somebody was cooking. They had good soul food at that time, so it was a fun place to go for people. Most people worked through the week and came to town on Saturday. And Church and Holmes Street was like ants on sweetbread, you know. Would be a good way to describe it for the influx of people, how close they were. Yeah, people were just all over. But like I say, sometimes things went wrong. And but overall, that was the activities that people had in Huntsville then. What I saw was on Saturday. Everybody worked through the week, and then on Saturday you come to town, which was downtown, was Church and Holmes Street for black people. You know.
And when you say, come to town, were there really large numbers of people who were living, say, like out in the countryside or out, and they were coming into town?
Sure. A lot of people lived out in the country, anywhere from Ryland, Gurley, Paint Rock. And a lot of these people, the job back then, a lot of people were basically picking cotton and doing different things of that nature. I remember my mother told me that I could pick cotton. I could make $2 picking cotton. So I grabbed a pillowcase and went and got on a cotton truck that Saturday morning. There'd be a large truck that would pick you up and take you to pick cotton. And one of the guys asked me, "What's that pillowcase for?" And I said, "I'm going to fill this up for $2. And the whole truck just fell out laughing at me, you know. And the guy told me, he said, "That's a sweat rag you got. This is what you're going to fill up for $2. And he threw this long burlap bag out that fell off the end of the truck. And when the truck stopped at the stop sign, I jumped off the truck and went to the pool room. And when they came back from picking cotton, I think I still had $13. And I had been to the movies, seen a couple of movies, and they served hamburgers in the movie. Ate a couple of burgers, popcorn, and was back on the pool table when they came in for making their $2. I just didn't see that as a way of life or anything that I could really go through for $2. Not that $2 wasn't a lot of money, it was just a lot of hard work and sweat. And I've heard about boll weevils and snakes and all types of stuff. So.
This is Janie. How did you make that money?
In the pool room?
Yeah, you said you jumped off the truck and went to the pool room and bought hamburgers. How did you make that money?
Yeah, I made it shooting pool. My main game was 9-ball, and I did a lot of sculling, if you know what that means.
No.
You don't know what it means? Well, basically, when you're shooting pool, there's a thing called English, a certain way you hit the cue rock that you want it to back up. When you hit the ball, you want the cue rock to back up. You use bottom English. If you want to go to the right, which movement, top right, where you would hit the cue ball. So I was taught that by the guy who racked the ball. They had a rack man who would rack the ball, and you pay him. He racked the balls up for you. We called him a rack man. But yeah, I learned to shoot pool at the Church Street Community Center. And being young and having a little goatee, I would always hang out in the pool room. And I was given warning not to be in there by my father, and I got caught one day. I ran out the back door when somebody told me your dad's coming. And when I ran out the back door, he was smart enough to come on around through the gate, and I met him when I was running. And that one did earn me a real whooping, a serious whooping.